you remember we have an ordinance that says that there are certain provisions that can't be in our contracts here in the city of Hayes unless you have bid it or waived it ahead of time. In other words, it's supposed to be done ahead of time, not by the vendor after the fact.
Right.
In this case, the UP is a vendor, basically selling us the right to use their land. And so it had numerous provisions in it that would violate that ordinance, and I pointed that out in my March 11th letter. But, and I recommended that if the Downtown Hayes Development Corporation thought it could negotiate a better lease, that it be at least long enough to recoup the cost of the building. And then I also recommended that we make sure that the UP actually owned the property, because in times past, we've been sent bills for leases by the railroad and found out they didn't own the property.
Right.
It had been abandoned and had passed back to the city years ago over, I think, on Milner.
Yep.
Really?
9th and Milner, maybe, somewhere in that area.
Our new regional rep for Union Pacific, who is much easier to get a hold of. I have talked to him, Aaron White has talked to him since this project has been revitalized. He is very open to the project. He's been very helpful so far, and he has stated that he is willing to work with the City of Hayes to revise the lease as long as he's working with the City of Hayes. If the DHCC were to be the ones to sign the lease, we're small fries. He could care less. He's not going to revise a darn thing. If the City of Hayes agrees to this project and they say that they want to take this on, the Union Pacific Railroad is willing to renegotiate that lease. To what extent, we have no idea.